All right, guys, today we're going to be putting a CarPlay radio in the Ram 2500. First, we got to move the mom vehicle out because we're working in our garage, get everything set up, and then we'll get going on it. From what I understand, it's really simple. It's a couple of screws, a couple of wires. I might have to run a wire for the GPS system because it has CarPlay in it and everything, but yeah, let's get into it. Nothing like a 5.9 cold start, baby. Phew. She barely fits in the garage. All right. Truck's in the garage. Let's just jump right into it. This is apparently a really easy install, so we're going to switch to the good old Meta glasses and see you in a second. All right, so here is the radio I got. Here's the microphone. We've got our wiring harnesses. Then we've got our tool for dash removal. Pull our actual radio out here. So here's our new radio. Oh, knobs feel good. Well, that one's like a spring-loaded knob. That's weird. Yeah, so this is full CarPlay. It's got a microphone built in and everything. I'm not going to actually use this microphone because I don't feel like mounting it in the truck anywhere. I don't like all that extra stuff. So, and I've installed enough radios in my lifetime that I'm pretty confident that I can just go ahead and wing this with no instructions. So I'm just going to get our wiring lined out here, and this should honestly be pretty straightforward. So this is the backup camera that came with the truck. I'm not going to install this. I don't need a backup camera. I just don't think it's necessary. I think all this is the wiring for the backup camera, so we're going to keep that off to the side. We're going to keep the microphone off to the side. I don't think I need any of that. Here is the wiring for the radio itself. Okay, so I was right. So it did come with two different harnesses. I believe this is the harness we'll be using. This is an extra one they give you just in case you have the two, but I don't think we need this, so I'll put this off to the side. USB. So this is really nice. With this radio, it gives you USB ports. So you plug them into this bus right here, and then you can run it like down into your ashtray or what have you, because who's using an ashtray anymore in a truck? And then you have a USB connection to charge your phone. So really, really neat. Okay, so this must be the antenna for the GPS. So this is for extra connections. So you have like a bunch of audio connections that you can do and everything. This is like if you want to do a sub and all that stuff. It's really nice that they provide this because it's plug and play. So, I mean, truthfully, you could do a sub setup with, you know, really nice speakers and everything with an amp and just plug and play. Like, this is really nice that it comes like this. So, and then this is the CAN bus decoder. So this plugs in to the CAN bus, and it like reads a bunch of stuff from your truck. I'm not really sure what this does, but I've seen like in videos of this radio specifically that it could like read if your door's open, and then it'll show up on the screen and everything. So we're gonna check it out. Yeah, so and then this should be the factory antenna to this antenna on this radio. So cool, let's get this thing installed. Okay, so from what I understand, this screw here is the only screw that really holds this bezel in, and would you look at that? It's already missing. Kind of on par with this truck from what we've seen so far, so we're gonna try to remove this dash panel piece without breaking anything, and we should be able to access our radio. So it looks like this thing had an aftermarket radio at some point. All right, well, it looks like there's some aftermarket stuff going on here. We've got some wiretaps and whatnot, but I guess we're just gonna get the old one out and see what it looks like behind this radio. So, okay, so we've got 4 screws holding this head unit in. Had 4. So we've got our 4 screws out, and then the head unit comes out. Oh man, I think my nightmare may have just came true. That is the factory head unit out. So super easy, obviously very quick. Oh man, we've got a bunch of wiretaps going on here. I have no idea what any of this goes to. I'm really hoping that whoever was in here, oh, man, what is this? Connection information. So it's got like a microphone setup. Oh man, dude. This is a freaking nightmare. This is literally like one of my worst fears, you guys, as working on electric. Oh yeah, looks like they just kind of shoved everything back in there. Okay, so the good news is here's the factory antenna, I believe. This is the factory antenna wire. Is this like a quick disconnect? Oh, it is. Okay. Okay, so we're on the right path here to getting this back to stock. And then we've got a couple of wire taps here, but I think I might just be able to remove the wire taps. I don't need this microphone, so I'll probably rip that out. It looks like everything for the aftermarket radio just comes out as one unit. Now, the only problem is I've got to get these spliced wires off. You know what? I think what I'm going to do, and this is not the best practice, don't get me wrong. I think I'm going to cut these wire splices with wire cutters, and I'm just going to leave them as long as they don't cause any issues in my install. I don't want to have any more issues than I am going to already. So I'm just going to cut this harness out, and we're just going to hope that our new harness works with those splices in it, which it should technically. You know, obviously this isn't the full proper way of doing things, but hey, it's a 20-year-old truck. I'm just trying to get a nice radio in it. So you can see like we've got a splice here and a splice here. Original harness, original antenna. So we're going to try to make it work, guys. Before we get the head unit installed with the wiring, we're going to go ahead and put our GPS antenna in, and then we're going to run that wire, which should be pretty easy. I'm just going to put it on the dash and then run it. I think I'm just going to put it up here and then run my wire through the dash. Should be able to run it back here through the fuse panel over to the radio there. I'm going to dry fit first. I'm not going to stick it on yet, so I want to make sure it's actually going to live somewhere permanently. I also have a dash pad on my truck, so it's kind of a little inconvenient. I'll pull this fuse panel off. That clearly hasn't come off in a long time. I'm going to tuck this wire back here, and then I'm going to take this wire. I'm going to run it through the dash. So I should be able to, let's see, I should be able to run it right here. So got that. Now we're just going to run it underneath the dash and up through the center console. Should be able to actually pull that down. Yeah. All right. So that should be plenty of room for us to get that back in there. That should work. Okay, so now we're going to take our wiring harness and we are going to plug that into our factory one. So our factory harness, plug this guy in right here, and that should be good to go. And then this will all plug into our radio. So we've got our antenna adapter. This is going to go in here. I just think that's not easy to get on. So hopefully that's good to go. I don't think this needs to be connected to the ignition or anything. I'm going to check the instructions on that, but I don't think it needs to be. So we're just going to plug everything in and see how it goes. Okay, so we're going to take our GPS wire and we're going to screw that on. So that's in. We're going to put our antenna in. Okay, so we've got our power. That's an easy one. Plug that in. Pretty sure this goes to our CAN bus decoder. So we'll plug that in because there's no other plug that matches it. Yep. Okay, that's that. And I believe this goes into one of these power banks here. Okay, there's our setup. I'm going to kind of set this in here for now. Oh, we've got our USB that I actually do. Well, it's got one there and it does have a chart. Actually, you know what? We don't need this. You know, I mean, I'm sure it would be nice. Well, I've got a Jackery. I don't need it. It's okay. Just more stuff to go wrong. Okay, I don't have any fancy subs or anything, so we don't need that extra wiring harness that it came with. Let's go ahead and turn this on. All right. We have power. We're gonna go English. Okay. No way. Is it that easy? Dang, you can watch YouTube on this thing. What the heck? Okay, so I don't know how to use this at all. We have radio. Okay, I don't hear anything. Ah, here we go. I don't know how I just did that, but car BT, I'm guessing. All right, it says it's connected. So let's see. All right, so it's working. Why is it not letting me play? Dude, okay. Oh, okay, here we go. Hello? Do I have to like take this off maybe? Let's try this. Okay. Okay, I just turned the truck off and turned it back on, and now it's fine. I still can't mess with the equalizer though. It doesn't sound bad though. I really wish I could mess with the EQ. Doesn't sound terrible. I don't know why there's like multiple EQs though. This is weird. Oh, I think this is for an amp. Okay, I think I'm understanding now. Oh, custom, here we go. Oh man, this is like, damn, that actually sounds good. Just take all the power out of the mids. Yeah, we'll definitely need some aftermarket speakers, but that'll work for now. All right, well, we are going to put this thing back together. Oh, yep, gotta put our screws back in. So now this just pushes back in. Just gotta be careful because I don't want to break any of it. And there we are. There's our new radio. That was actually a lot easier than I thought it would be. There we have it, boys. There's our new radio. Look at that. All right, let's see. There we go. There's our radio. Let's see if our CarPlay connects. Yep, it connected. Yeah, I think it's doing something weird because of my Meta glasses right now, because it's trying to connect to my Meta glasses, but as you can see, it works perfectly. It fits nice, super easy install. I mean, that was really easy. I had more trouble with the old wiring harness from the last radio that was installed than I did with this new one. So perfect finish. I mean, fits perfect, looks great. CarPlay, my phone connects to it wirelessly. I got let's see if GPS works. Let's see. Yeah, GPS works, the antenna works. Dude, this thing is sick, man. Okay, so upon further inspection after the radio install, I realized that I did not have a rear speaker working on both sides. So I decided to take to the internet and see what was suggested, and lo and behold, this is my door wire. I already removed all this, took it all out. I didn't think that this was actually going to be the problem, so I didn't record any of it, but as you can see, the classic issue of the wiring in between the door and the B-pillar is all destroyed. So I had to fish these two wires back in, and these are actually the two speaker wires. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and repair all of these wires. Now I went and got some new wire repair kits from Harbor Freight. So I got these heat shrink butt connectors. These are really nice. I've used these quite a bit. And then I got some also heat shrink if I need it. I like using this stuff. It's really nice. And then I also got these, which they've been out of forever, and I can use them on my new holder that I have. So be really nice. Okay, so now I just have to strip all of them, and we're just going to start repairing these one by one. All right, so we're going to see how well these heat shrink butt connectors actually do the heat shrink part. Pretty okay. I mean, definitely not as good as heat shrink would be, but I think these are also pretty heavy duty. They're going to hold that wire in place pretty good. Yeah, I mean, sure. I think next we're going to do the speaker wires, because I really want to see if that fixes the speaker, because that's really why I discovered this whole issue. So I thought I was going to get away with this install pretty easily on the radio, and then I was like, oh, I don't have rear speakers. What's going on back there? So yep, just decided, hey, it's a beautiful day out. We're already in here. The radio was an easy install, so let's fix these rear speakers too. So yeah, apparently this is a really common issue with these trucks, even the 1500s. So I guess it's the design of the way the wiring goes into the door, but I'm glad it was a relatively easy fix, especially for me. I'm good at wiring, so it's just matching all the wires up and putting butt connectors on and making sure everything's nice and shrink wrapped and everything. And all right, so our speaker wires are fixed. So I've got to fish this plug out of the door. It's gonna be a pain to get this out. I could just take the interior panel off, I guess. Shouldn't be that hard, should just be clips. Could be wrong. Maybe it's not just clips. Okay, so I had to pull this panel out here to get my hand back there to push this back out, but now that I did that off camera, because there was some swearing involved, we're gonna go ahead and plug this back in and see if my rear speaker works now. Okay, so that's plugged in. And see what we got here. So now we're gonna take our speaker and we're gonna plug her in, and she works. Look at that. So now we can go ahead and repair all of our wires, get everything buttoned back up, make it all nice, and plug everything back in, and we will have rear speakers. We gotta do the other side though, so that's gonna be fun. These butt connectors require a lot of heat to shrink, so I don't want to get these wires too hot. Okay. Okay, we are good to go. Now we're gonna plug it in, just make sure everything works, and we'll button everything back up. Does the window work? Interesting. Oh, I have the window motor unplugged. That's why. That would be why. Okay, still no window. Or if it needs the switch plugged in. Plug our switch in. See if that works. Ah, okay. We have window. Now that that's all sorted, we're gonna go ahead and put this back together. We're gonna stuff all these wires back in here. Okay. Got our rubber grommet back over our plug here. So now we've got to fish our plug back through here. Try to do this without messing up those wires that I just resoldered. Okay, there we go. Got it. All right. So now plug this in and we go back into the B pillar. There we go. That part's done. Now we got to put this back together. So our speaker, this goes on the inside. So this goes here. This goes there. So our window motor, we've got this clip that we've got to put back in here, like that, just like that, and then it comes around here, plugs into the bottom, like that. So now we've got to put our speaker back in, like that. So then now we're going to put our, oh shoot. You know what? I messed up. I'm supposed to put the vapor barrier behind the speaker. Plug it too. Put the vapor barrier back on. Put our window switch plug through the vapor barrier. Put all this back on here. There we go. Now we plug our speaker in. Now we screw it in. Now we get our door panel back on. So we're going to plug our window switch back in. All right, so our door panel is back on. So now I just got to screw in our door panel screw. And then we've got one last bolt, which is the door handle bolt. And that goes right in like this. All right, so there we go. Let's try it out. All right, door locks work. I can hear the door latch working. So let's test out the window again. All right, guys, we have rear windows again. And our speaker's working. So we're good to go on this side. All right, guys, so there you have it. There's the radio install. Super fast, super easy. But if you run into the issue where you don't have rear speakers or any other electrical issue in your rear doors, now you know how to fix it. You just got to pull that plug out, repair those wires, and pop everything back in. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other side now off camera. I won't bore you guys with double the footage on that. But yeah, we've got a new CarPlay radio installed. All good to go, works perfect. And now we're working on getting our rear speakers done. So we've got one. We're going to get the other one done. We'll have whatever music we want on the road. I'll see you guys on the next one.